Rob Slim Show.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on? Justin and George from Mindfudge Podcast.
How you guys doing?
Good. How you guys?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah.
Nice. Where are you guys? You guys are in Houston?
Yes,
That's correct. Yeah.
And how long have you been? How long have you guys known each other for?
We've been friends for about 2.5 years.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 years.
George actually does another podcast called Metal Geeks that I was a guest on many times, and he and I became friends.
Yeah, you were a guest on my first episode.
I was.
Yeah.
I was there your first time.
Nice.
And then we decided we wanted to do a different kind of show, and I was already doing a comedy show about comic books that just recently ended. So the two of us kind of teamed up and started up Mindfudge.
Yeah, we wanted to do a show that would get a little prep time and just kind of laugh with each other for about an hour.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you guys, I just heard your newest show. It was all about board games, correct?
Sort of, yeah. It was kind of about board games.
We talked about it for like 30 seconds.
Well, you guys went into other questions, though, that had to do with board games and stuff. It was cool. It was really cool.
Thanks, man.
Well, thank you.
No problem. I wanted to ask, too, because Slim loves board games. What are some of your favorite games?
Oh, man. My favorite, well, it's not a board game per se. It's a card game. It's Exploding Kittens.
I saw that.
Yeah,
that looked really
never played
cool.
that one. Yeah.
That
it's fun. Yeah.
And Cards Against Humanity. I was looking at both of them, and they both look pretty cool.
Cards Against Humanity.
My group just got Secret Hitler the other day. That one's fun.
What's that? You don't know who's Hitler?
Yeah, that's what it is. You have to figure out who
guess?
Hitler. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, one person is Hitler, and then another player is a fascist on Hitler's team, and you have to figure out which players are the fascists and Hitler before.
We gotta
Who's
do
Ava
it.
Braun?
Yeah.
We gotta play that live.
Yeah, we gotta play it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Dude, it's such great components too, and it's the same guys that made Cards Against Humanity. They made this game called Secret Hitler, and it's amazing because I thought at first it was just going to be another goofy game like Cards Against Humanity, but it's actually like well thought out, and the components are amazing. Like you get these nice wooden stands for like whoever the president is and who the counselor are, and the board's well designed and everything. It's
Nice.
great.
Secret
Sounds fun.
There's that other game you like playing, is that Pirate Dice game.
Yeah, Pirate Dice is like a betting game where you don't let anybody know what you're betting and then try to outsmart the other people.
Yeah,
really
it's from that Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
really a game of
Okay.
statistics, but it's actually pretty fun.
Cool.
Yeah, you basically try to catch people lying and call them out on their shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's cool. You ever play a Coup? Coup's kind of like that as well.
Yeah, I played that once before.
Yeah, that one's cool. Yeah, I like games like that. My group prefers games like the Resistance and Avalon and things like that. Those,
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, the social deduction games.
How many episodes of Mindfudge do you guys have?
Well, Mindfudge is fairly new. Like George and I have both been podcasting for 3+ years, but Mindfudge we've only done like the first 14 episodes or so. We started back in January.
Cool.
But we're also comic book writers. That was
Yes, I saw that. I saw. What is it? Gray Bear Comics?
yeah.
Yeah,
Gray
that's
Bear Comics
correct.
is our company.
Yeah.
We have a book called Speak No Evil. Which
our first
is,
title right now.
Yeah, it's our first title. The first 2 issues came out on Kickstarter last year. Successfully funded them through that, and then issue 3 is launching on March 18th.
Nice.
So we're trying to generate interest for that right now.
Anybody who loves comic books.
What's the series about?
So it's about these 2 brothers in the 1930s that find a cabin in the woods that used to be used by H.P. Lovecraft and Nikola Tesla for all kinds of weird experiments.
Wow.
The boys find
cool.
it. Thank you. The boys find it, start playing with the equipment inside, and accidentally open a portal to another dimension, letting a whole bunch of monsters through. And then instead of doing the right thing and trying to shut it down, they figure out a way to make money on the situation.
That is amazing.
I like that.
Yeah,
dude.
that's awesome.
Didn't like Tesla do experiments where like soldiers disappeared and shit? Like he was really fucking creepy.
He did a lot of weird
He
experiments.
did a lot of weird experiments, yeah.
And a lot of it has not been documented or has gone lost through time kind of deal.
Wow.
We're a little bit historically accurate. We touch on both the lives of both of those men a little bit, but in general, it's just kind of a fun horror comedy story, kind of in the similar vein to Ash vs. Evil Dead or something like that.
Yeah, one of our quotes was like, "We're a fun Lovecraftian tale."
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that concept because usually it's like, oh, they gotta save the world now because they fucked everything up. These guys are just like, now we're gonna make some money off of it.
Well, they've been poor their whole lives. Like both the kids are kind of orphans.
You're riffraff.
And when they find Tesla's weaponry, because like he prepared for this invasion, he prepared to open this portal and like kind of explore with Lovecraft. They find his weaponry and they're like, well, we can actually fight these things. Let's let them out in different towns and say we can save the town, but only if they pay us.
That sounds
They
awesome.
start holding people hostage. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and after doing it so many times, it kind of eventually cause a rip so large that they can't control. And
I was gonna ask.
kind of bring upon the apocalypse kind of way.
Yeah, and then they're forced to be the heroes.
I was gonna ask if it got out of control.
It has to, right?
It has to, right? That's the only way the story progresses.
Nice. Have you guys animated any of it, or just comic book?
Just comic books right now. George was a filmmaker in college, and he still wants to pursue that. But he had this idea for a story like way back when, and he approached me with it because we both knew each other through podcasting. And I kind of took the idea and twisted it a little bit and added some different elements to it. We worked together and wrote the whole thing.
Nice.
And we've actually got the
That's what I was going to ask. Do you guys write it together, or who does the drawing?
The drawer, the artist of the book, is drawer. The artist from the book,
yeah.
his name is Samir Samau, and he's from Brazil.
Yeah, our artist lives in Brazil, and our colorist lives in China, so we're like a full
Oh,
international.
wow. That's a big scheme. I was thinking of, who was that? Remember on SNL back in the day? It was Simon, and he loved to do drawings. That made me think of it when you said the drawer.
I remember that.
He was Mike Myers in the bathtub.
Yep.
That's right.
I like to do drawings.
Drawings.
I used to like Mike Myers when he was the fortune cookie guy, and he used to have to like review all the fortunes,
I don't remember that
and
one.
he'd get like really fucking pissed off, and then Farley would come in as like Confucius.
Oh, yes, I do remember that. All right, yes, Farley. That was great. I used to love Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
Oh yeah, I do remember those.
I have the book at home. I should bring them in. I should bring that in one day and just read some. They were amazing.
That would make it for a good segment.
Yeah.
Deep thought of the day.
What are some of your guys' favorite comic books?
Current or all time?
I would say all time.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
My favorite like short little crossover of all time is Thanos Quest. I grew up a Marvel kid, so I love Marvel, and I always have. And Thanos is like the biggest villain in Marvel. He's been a character that I've loved since I first was introduced to him back in the Infinity Gauntlet. But Thanos Quest is like the prequel to Infinity Gauntlet. So he goes across the Marvel universe, beating the shit out of people and stealing their Infinity Gems, so he can actually build the Gauntlet. And it's pretty fun. I really like it.
I mean, I don't really have like a favorite of all time. Probably the comic I find myself reading all over and over is Why the Last Man,
I love Why
because
the
I'm
Last
a
Man.
big Brian K. Vaughan fan. So
What is that about?
Why the Last Man is it's a very extensive series about this kid named Yorick, who is an escape artist, and a disease spreads out on the earth and kills all the men except for him. And it's about his adventures trying to get back to his girlfriend.
It's not what you think. It's
No.
basically him trying desperately to get back to the one woman he loves, while a small percentage of women are pursuing him because he's the only man. And
That's
all
what I was
want to
gonna
have sex
say.
with
That
him.
sounds like great. Like every broad's just trying to rape him.
but it's not all fun and games. Like a lot of them want to kill him because they think that
Because he's the last
he's
man.
the last man. Yeah.
Oh, they want that. They want to be the last one with him.
Yeah.
Fuck him and kill him. Sounds like every one of your relationships, Slim.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
Now, guys,
You-
what's that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You have a co-host. You have a third co-host on your show, right? Andy?
We
Yeah.
do. Yeah, he's not here tonight, but
Yeah,
Why-
he's a little busy.
Why is he called Princess Sophia? I need to know.
on the very first episode of the show, he has no social media presence. He's been off Facebook for years. He's never made a Twitter account, nothing. And he actually has a couple of nieces that he takes care of all the time. And apparently there's a cartoon show called Princess Sophia, and he hates it. So when we did the very first episode, I told him he had to make a social media account. So he made a Twitter account, and it was going to be Princess Sophia sucks, but it wasn't. It was too long.
Yeah, he had to pick a certain amount of characters.
So he ended up just being Princess Sophia, and then we just kind of run with it.
That's great because our third Mike, he doesn't have one, and we need to get him on there. And I feel like that's definitely the path. You need to be a princess, Pete.
It's great too. If you see pictures of Andy, he looks like a big burly lumberjack with a giant beard. And he always wears overalls.
I wanted to know why. That's why I had to know why he was called Princess Sophia. I love that nobody else had taken that as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was very odd how it hasn't been taken yet. Yeah. And also, when we have guests on, we don them with a
it's
princess
become a thing
name.
where we make all of our guests choose a princess name.
Yeah.
And refuse to call them anything else during the show.
You gotta have them come up too with like the Princess Sophia quote of the night and stuff like that. You gotta write them some really really good stuff to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a favorite segment where we like to ask Elon Musk certain things.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much every episode, something new is generated where Andy starts tweeting Elon Musk, asking him ridiculous questions like, what happens when you jerk off in space? And
that was one of our first episodes.
Has he ever responded?
Unfortunately, no.
I'm going to start a company called Space Y and get Kevin Spacey to be my spokesperson.
It's the one-up from SpaceX.
Yeah, we're one better.
Oh, man. Well, you guys said there's a Kickstarter right now. Where can everybody find that?
Well, the Kickstarter will be launching on March 18th, but you can go to our website, which is graybearcomics.com. That's GRAY, bearcomics.com, and we'll have a link up to it. Or you can just do a search for Speak No Evil. Also, issue 1 is available on our website and on Comixology, and issue 2 is on our website, and it should be available on Comixology pretty soon.
Very soon.
Nice. And what do you guys get? Like, do you give rewards for like certain donations?
Oh, yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff. We have variant covers, we have posters, we have T-shirts. We do a special podcast only for the people that support the Kickstarter.
One of the people's favorites that's been in the last 2 have been to get themselves drawn in the next issue. That's
cool.
been a very popular one.
Yeah, those sell out real fast. We have original art all the way from Brazil that our artist sends
From
us.
Samir himself.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
So a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Slambo, give
And
me
we
your
have...
credit card.
We've been working really hard on this book. This is it's been a passion project for us from the beginning, and we have 20 issues planned all together. So
This is our very first series, and we started with an idea for 20 issues.
it's a little bit ambitious.
A little bit ambitious.
I like
we
that.
had so many people that run big companies because, like, I'm friends with Matt Hawkins and Peter Samedi and John Hughes, like the guy that runs Overground Comics, and all of them told us point blank, like, don't do a 20-issue series. You guys are reaching too hard.
Yeah, they said do 10.
Do like a 5. Do like a 10.
Yeah.
And we said, fuck you. We're gonna do it our way.
It's like, yeah, the story is much bigger than that. We wanted it to be fun and funny and action packed and full of monsters and goblins and demons and blood and guts everywhere.
Yeah.
And just kind of throw back to our old '80s roots when we grew up watching Speak No Evil, Evil Dead, and reading H.P. Lovecraft and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is your
And we've already
favorite? Oh, I'm sorry.
We already got the first 5 issues ready to go, so we're just waiting on the art and the money to finance it. And we've got the whole story outlined up to 20 issues, but we're still writing 6 through 10.
Yeah, we know exactly where the story's going, how it's going to end.
That's cool. What's your favorite of the Evil Dead series?
Oh man, that's a tough one because I really love the TV show right now.
I really love.
Still yet to see that.
That's good.
Oh, it's so good.
But if I'm gonna stick true to my roots, it's gonna be Evil Dead 2 because that's my
Yes!
very first time ever watching Evil Dead.
Yes.
And
2's definitely better than 1.
well, 1's more of a horror.
One's
but
more,
2's
yeah. Did you guys like the remake?
It was all right. It
Yeah,
wasn't bad.
all right. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't consider it in canon, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness. They're all good. Army of Darkness is pretty fun too.
Yeah.
I can't just
that's-
watch one. When I watch one, I watch them
yours.
all.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
mine.
it goes.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness is my favorite because I just remember, like, me and my one buddy Spaz would just in high school we would just watch. We'd get drunk and just watch that movie like all.
Which
the
one
time.
was that? The second or the third?
third one.
The
where he
third,
goes
yes.
around, like-
Yeah, that one was like the silliest, but it was still great.
It's just epic. You know?
Yeah. I love the old claymation too.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
gone.
a lot of our book has like references to other movies that we loved growing up. Like there's some Ghostbuster references,
Yeah.
and then there's a couple of other hidden movie references that we talk about.
Nice.
Yeah, if you like, our book's definitely something that you benefit from reading multiple times. because there's a lot of little hidden stuff.
Just-
like even
that's
like I'll give
cool.
a spoiler just for your audience. One of the ways they open the portal is with Latin. Like there's a Latin chant they have to say to
Right.
open the portal. And if you go to Google Translate and type in what the Latin is, it's pretty funny.
It also pays off if you listen to our podcast and the Metal Geeks or Mindfudge,
Yeah.
because a lot of like inside jokes spill onto the book.
Oh,
Like how we got the
cool.
name for Athamon is in the podcast somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
Nice.
And then some of the other monsters that we given names to.
That's cool. You need one called Slamborghini.
So your podcast kind of doubles as a brainstorming
I
session.
like that.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it
Sometimes
does,
it works
yeah.
out that way.
I was shocked when I checked out your website and you guys said that Princess Sophia has not seen a lot of movies that you guys feel
Yeah, that's why we started a watch list.
are important. Like he's never seen Back to the Future.
Yeah, we give him a lot
You know,
of shit
the
about
crazy
that.
thing about Andy, because I've known that guy since I was like 15 years old. He's really smart. He's like a genius.
He's a well-read guy.
He reads tons of books. Like,
Oh.
he's got 4 degrees. Like he doesn't really watch much TV. He's super smart, but he plays like the biggest idiot you've ever met in your life.
Well, he could just be like the smartest dumb person.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
That's it. Book smarts is not the same as street smarts.
Yeah. He's fun though. He definitely brings an element of chaos to the show, which I enjoy.
And that's why we love him.
Yeah.
That's why we love Slambo. See, that laugh was borderline. I'm gonna kill you after the show.
Nah.
What do you guys have a favorite work from H.P. Lovecraft?
I love Mountains of Madness. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't really
it's
go wrong with
kind
that.
of everyone's favorite.
Everyone's pretty
Everyone's
favorite.
go-to, I guess.
I also like. There's a story that we took the name Charles from.
Oh yeah, that's right. What was the name of that
The
book?
Sorcerer. I think it's called The Sorcerer.
Yeah, I think so. It was a short story,
So
right?
it's a short story about this guy who goes missing in a cabin in a castle, and his
Okay,
whole family. His family eventually finds him in this hidden room, and the guy's name was Charles. So there's a character named Charles in our book that was directly taken from that story. So
Awesome.
I actually love the history of the Necronomicon, where they
Was he the one that came up with that?
yeah
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's H.P.
Like,
Lovecraft.
there's this like Arab guy named like Abdul I forget how to pronounce Alzirid or something like that, and he like writes this like just this evil book, and he at the end of the story he kind of ends up getting like torn apart by like demons like in broad daylight, like no one can see what's killing him.
happening,
Yeah,
but
like-
he's just being torn
yeah,
apart.
like
I love the thing at the doorstep was amazing. That one and the Reanimator. Those two are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh yeah, I
from
forgot that was a Lovecraft story.
Yep.
Reanimator's
I love
great.
the movie.
yeah,
love the
because
movie.
Yeah.
the movie was great.
Yeah.
I gotta
Just
check
the
this shit
original
out.
story is great too. Yeah, his work's great. Yeah.
I even like some of Clive Barker's stuff, like the Hellraiser.
Clive Barker.
I like the Hellraiser
Yeah.
series.
Hellraiser.
I like the first one.
Yeah, the first.
Yes,
the first
that's,
one. Yeah,
that's the one. That's the only one I've seen.
the first one's almost like it's almost exactly like the novel. Like it like everything that how it transpires. and
Yeah.
everything. The second one was just
Second one was Hollywood Myths, is what it was.
terrible.
And Lord of Illusions from Clive Barker was
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. Lord of
I thought
Illusions.
that was John Carpenter. No, not John Carpenter. The other guy, the other famous horror guy.
Oh, Stephen King.
Stephen King. You're
Nah.
thinking, maybe no. It was definitely. I think I'm pretty sure Lord of
Yeah,
Illusions
it
was
was-
written and directed.
I can't
by,
remember right now.
Yeah.
that was Clive
by
Barker.
Clive Barker because he.
Was
Thought
it?
so. Yeah.
I like that movie. That was a good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah, because that character, the magician character, Harry D'Amour or whatever, not the magician character, the investigator,
Yeah.
paranormal investigator Harry D'Amour, he incorporated him into the sequel to the Hellraiser novel.
The novel,
he
yeah.
just wrote a sequel to that, and he incorporated that character into it. Oh, that I know.
Oh yeah, he did do that one. All right, I'm proven wrong.
Yeah, he didn't do much. He has like maybe like 3 films I think that Clive Barker did. I think it was Hellraiser, the Nightbreed, and
Yeah, Nightbreed's
and Lord of
cool.
Illusions.
But the rest, like I think he just it's all novels really.
Yeah. Yep.
Word.
Nice. Nice.
What about Stephen King? Are you guys fans of Stephen King at all, or?
I am.
He's a hit and miss with me. Like some books are really good, or some stories are really good.
I really like the classics.
Watchtower.
Yeah, Dark Tower is really good.
No, Dark Tower, not Watchtower. Sorry.
That was good.
The
Something
Shining,
with a tower.
The Stand. Have you read Dr. Sleep? I just started reading Dr. Sleep.
I've heard about it.
The only thing
I
I've
know
read,
they're making it into a movie.
Yeah, the only thing I've read from him was it, and I did enjoy it.
I read a
It
couple,
was very long.
and like the last thing I read of his was Gerald's Game. That shit was crazy. It was about a couple, like a husband and wife that, like, I think it was like choking and shit they were into, and
Okay.
and there was like a safe word, but then the guy choking the wife, he died, so she was stuck tied to the bed, and then she had all these like fucking like delusions and shit. It was crazy. It was fucking weird. It was weird, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
My favorite Stephen King story, it's like a two-parter that he did, half as Stephen King and half as Richard Bachman. It's Desperation and the Renegaders, Regulators.
Yes.
Regulators.
Yes.
Yeah, Desperation and Regulators.
When you say Regulators, all I think is that rap song.
I know.
Back in the 90s.
Regulators.
It's one of his lesser-known titles. There's been a couple of adaptations, and they weren't very good. But the story, the books themselves are actually really, really good, and they're a fun read. I probably read them both like 5 or 6 times.
I think I have Desperation. I never read it.
It's a lot of fun. It's about demon possession. I think you'll like it.
Cool. Yeah, I think I worked in printing when that came out, so like I just grabbed it at one of the book sales for like 10 cents.
Yeah, it's not worth much.
So I'll have to go. I'll have to check that out.
Cool.
Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
thanks
thank
for
you for
having
having
us
us
on,
on.
No
Yeah,
problem,
and
dude.
for your audience, check out our show, Mindfudge Comedy. It's at mindfudgecomedy.com, or also on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
Also on Facebook.
Anywhere podcasts are.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
check out the comic, graybearcomics.com.
Yeah, please check out a book. Like I said, the Kickstarter launches on the 18th of March. Pledge, share it with your friends, let everyone know. It's a great comic. We're going somewhere with it, I promise.
Yes.
Awesome, guys.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.
All right,
You
guys,
too.
thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much for having us on.
No problem,
no problem.
man. Have a good one.
All right. You
Later.
too. Bye.
See ya.